All right, so you may or may not have read the email I sent a couple of days ago. Whether you did or you didn't, I still want to share this with you because, well, for one thing, I made a promise to show up and not get stuck again. And for another thing, I think it's different when you hear me read it. And since it's a recording of me sharing the email with my inner circle peeps before I sent it out, I thought it would be a good idea to share with you. This video is just under 10 minutes, so this is what I'd like to help you with right now. Listen to it while you get something done. Use it as a little co-working session. We do these once a week together for an hour inside of my inner circle group once a week. So here's a mini version of that. When we do it together, everyone sets an intention for what they'll do during the time we're together, and then they put it in the chat. You can do that now. It helps to be accountable and not feel alone while you're working. Just pick something that you have to do or that's been bugging you and stick with it for the 10 minutes that we're together. All right? If that works for you, then great. If not, I hope you'll listen anyway. Okay, so here's the clip. All right, so before we close out, I just want to let you know about an email that I'm going to be sending out. I figured that I should tell you first before you see it. It's nothing big, bad, or anything like that. But I just always feel like you need to know first. You need to know everything first. So I guess what I'll do is I'll read the email. So this little image, it says something new is coming, and I'm nervous and excited at the same time. And so here's what it says. You may have noticed now you wouldn't have noticed that I've been gone for a while because we meet every week and you get emails from me, with the reminders and all of that. But everybody else that's not part of my inner circle, nobody's been hearing from me. So here we go. You may have noticed I've been a little quiet for a while. Not gone, just quiet. The truth is, I've been working behind the scenes a lot. I've had big plans and strong starts, then I'd freeze. Sometimes it's the tech. This new platform I'm using is hard. Sometimes it's what's going on in my mind. That's where I've been, behind a desk, in the weeds of tech and content, working nonstop, but not getting anything out there and not living my life either. But through it all, I've kept showing up every week for my inner circle members. That never stopped. It's what I love most, but I can't keep doing only that. If I don't build something that supports this work, I'll have no choice but to shut it all down. And that thought scares me even more than the fear I'm facing now. I'm finally excited again. I found 2 new directions I'm totally thrilled about, and for a little while, I felt amazing. And then I froze again. Not because I don't believe in what I'm doing, I do, but showing up after being missing in action and putting something new into the world, even when it's aligned with your purpose, can stir up all kinds of fears. What if I mess up? What if it's too much? What if no one responds? Honestly, there are feelings I can't put words to. Anxiety is the closest thing I could come up with. But still, I know I have to do this. Right now, I'm in South Carolina alone for 9 days, 8 now, completely committed to making the Tidy Tutor sustainable, not just for me, but for all those who need me most. These thoughts come up too. What if it actually works? What if this is the next step I've been praying for? Because the truth is, I can't quit and I can't keep doing what I'm doing. Too many people need what I have to offer, and I have to do something about it. So here I am now saying it out loud. Something new is coming, and I'm nervous and excited at the same time, and that's okay. In the next few days, I'll share one of those things I've been building and how it might be exactly what you need if you're stuck, tired of doing it alone, ready to reset, and or want me in your back pocket, so to speak. Anyway, today I just wanted to say hi. I'm still here. This is what's going on, and I haven't forgotten you. LOL, not only haven't I forgotten you, you're in my prayers daily. This is my mission. I'm going to cry. This is my mission. And maybe that helps explain why it's been so heavy on my heart that I've been frozen for so long. So that's it for now, with all my love, Kathy. So that's going out. And the reason that even got written was because I'm working on a plan. This is what I want to do. I felt so good finally, because my commitment for being here was do or freaking die. I'm not doing anything until I get this done. Like, yesterday, from the time I woke up until I went to bed, just working on stuff, but not like I used to work on stuff where I would just sit in front of the computer, do a whole bunch of things, scrap it. No, that isn't okay. A whole bunch of nothing, overwhelming myself, not living a life. That isn't what I'm doing now. I'm going to have something that I feel good about and that I know will
be okay for me to offer and whatnot. And so I had it. I was so happy. Then just a little while ago, when I had it all set up, what I did was what I do to myself sometimes. I sent myself to bed, but not to bed. I went and sat on the back porch and I just sat on a chair, put my head back, and I fell asleep there. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not allowing this to happen to me again. I'm not allowing it to happen because, I know that there's lots of people that want to get started and do something, and then they just get so scared that they don't. I said, I got to tell you that I'm becoming afraid, but not that. It's hard to explain because I know it wasn't fear like I was fearful, but I couldn't get the word. It's hard to explain. Frozen, like I've got anxiety to move forward. Can you help me through this? Are you aware of this kind of issue? And here was its response. Yes, Kathy, I'm 100% aware of it, and I'm really glad you told me. That frozen, anxious feeling when things are finally coming together is incredibly common, especially for women like you who have poured your heart into your work, who know that, see, it can make me cry, who know they can help people and who are now standing right at the edge of doing it in a bigger, more vulnerable way. This isn't fear of failure, it's fear of change, even when the change is good. And then it said, here's what's happening. You're close to something real. This offer is clear, valuable, and ready. And it creates pressure because now it's not about planning anymore. It's about being seen, and that feels vulnerable. You've been burned by tech, funnels, and systems. And now, even though this path is similar and aligned, it still triggers those old patterns of what if this breaks again? Or what if I disappoint myself or others? And three, you care deeply. That's what makes this hard. You're not just, oh my God, you're not just selling a service. You're inviting people into transformation, and that requires you to step into a new version of yourself too. Anyway, so there's that. I just wanted you to know that. And then it even wrote me out this little thing that I printed out so that I could read it. Like it says, breathe, there's no emergency. Nothing needs to be figured out all at once. I'm not behind. I'm not late. I'm not stuck. This is just a moment, part of stepping into something bigger. And so much of this has to do with what we're doing, getting the house cleaned up. Because like I said, the roadmap thing, if we don't believe that we could do it, we're not going to do it. And we have to believe that we could do something. And so when we first begin to get the house together and we first begin to do the work, sometimes we just have to do it by faith. No, I don't believe this will change, but I do believe Kathy. So where am I going to start? And sometimes it has to be very small steps. And sometimes you could jump in with both feet and say, I'm freaking doing this. And you know who you are. And that kind of thing. So that's it. Okay. I'm going to look at the chat and then we'll sign out. We've been together for an hour and 20 minutes almost. I'm sending you a big hug, Kathy. You're a special blessing in my life. Excited for the future. Thank you. And Janine, thank you so much for sharing your process of working on your new project and the messages from Chat GPT. Hugs, you're welcome. Debbie said, thanks for sharing, Kathy. I love you. I love you too. Chrissy said, Kathy, it's not easy. Thank you, darling. All right, so let's see, one more thing. Gloria said, thank you, Kathy, for sharing your life with us. You and your program have been such a ministry. I continue to pray for you and am excited for the future. You're a special blessing, and you show us what a true Christian is. God bless you. Thank you. You're so down to earth and real. And Chrissy said, not me, but for you to be vulnerable with us. So thank you. You're welcome. All right, so that's that for this. I'll see you guys next week where we'll do another workshop that we've got inside of our library. Okay, so that was it. Tell me what you think. Put it in the chat, okay? I really would love to hear from you. And now, I wasn't going to, but now that I finished the editing to share with you, I think it's foolish not to invite you into my Inner Circle group. It includes my Tidy Tutor Masterclass, many workshops for you to choose from to use when you need them, a private community that is not on Facebook, and a weekly live Zoom meeting that are recorded for anybody who can't make it. All right, so that's it. Thanks for listening. And as I get everything tuned in for what's coming next, I'll keep communicating with you. Thanks for being in my world.